Hey, beautiful. If you came into a world, a community, a family structure that was lost in their own war, their conflict, violence, abuse, no boundaries, if you witness firsthand how little safety there is in the world and how much predatory energy there is in the world at a very early age, the people who you loved couldn't protect themselves from themselves and others, put themselves into dangerous situations, if you experienced abandonment and a lack of security, your root chakra is going to be a vulnerable space, a space that you have to come home to regularly in order to avoid creating blockage in your life and in your body. So themes like support, if you're that person that feels like you always have to be the one that has to rise up to meet challenges, problems, to bring solutions, that you can't rely on anybody else, this will resonate with you. I want to share with you a questionnaire for self-examination to see where you are. Because we can get caught up with the conditions, problem solving, surviving, fixing situations, conditional problems in our lives. And we can exhaust ourselves not realizing that the root cause is energetic, it's spiritual, it's deeper, it's in your emotional center. So this question for self-examination, these questions might help you to realize that you're wasting your time trying to fix these problems outside of yourself. That if you address and come home to this part of yourself, the problems automatically begin to rearrange themselves and find solutions. So take these questions into consideration and take notice of how many of them you can identify with, how many you answer yes to, or how they make you feel. So let's start with your belief patterns. Did you inherit, what sort of belief patterns have you inherited from your family? Have you actually been able to make a list or pay attention to your beliefs and recognize whether you've just inherited them from your family or whether you've come to these belief systems through investigation and intentionally, or have you just inherited them? Which of those belief patterns that still have authority in your thinking can you acknowledge are no longer valid? Have you come to a point where you realize that there are some beliefs that just, they're not valid anymore? They don't, you used to believe them so strongly, they're a part of you, but maybe the world has evolved and changed and gotten bigger. Maybe it's expanded. Maybe there's more to the story and your beliefs are now no longer valid to who you are, the world you want to be a part of. What superstitions do you have which have more authority over you than your own reasoning ability? You know, like, are there superstitions that you just automatically act upon without using any reasoning ability? Like, is it reasonable for me to think this? Is it reasonable for me to act this way? Or am I just autopiloting, making decisions that when I see that, that's how I respond. When someone does this, this is how I'm going to respond. Do you have a personal code of honor? And if so, what is it? Have you ever compromised your sense of honor? If so, have you taken steps to heal it? That's a big one. What do you do when you find yourself compromising your sense of honor? Do you just ignore it? Do you have any unfinished business with your family members? If so, list the reasons that prevent you from healing your family relationships. It's going to be very telling. Your reasons are going to be very telling. List all the blessings that you feel come from your family. If you are now raising a family of your own, list the qualities that you would like your children to learn from you. And think about this, not stuff you tell them to do, behaviors that you have. What are qualities you have, characteristics you have, behaviors that you do, whether people see it or not, that you would like your children to inherit from you, because they will, whether they see it or not. What tribal traditions and rituals do you continue for yourself and your family? Describe the tribal characteristics within yourself that you would like to strengthen and develop. And when you answer these questions for yourself, sit with the answer a little bit and how it makes you feel. Whether or not it still serves and adds value, or whether or not there are some traditions that you just keep going with even though you have no resonance with it. And perhaps there are some traditions that you want to call back. And if you come to the realization that this is an area of your life that is probably quite blocked, that feels like it is in a stagnant place, in an uncomfortable place, it's time for you to embark on a journey of self-discovery with a spiritual coach and facilitator to help you to heal this energy, to process what is there, to transform it, to transmute the energy so that it becomes less of an uncomfortable bitter medicine, or what might seem like a poison, and more like an empowering, refreshing herbal tincture. Yeah. Let me know what you think.